70.
Oh, 650.
It was 50,000.
So
Well, there's been a couple of change orders.
Yeah.
So, do you know what the amount of those change orders came up to?
I don't have that right here.
There was a couple of things that had to be modified.
And that was just approved administratively, the change orders. How much, do you don't know how much those change orders were for?
I can get back to you.
Okay. And are they done yet or no?
It's supposed to be done in 2 days.
They were supposed to be done on June 15th, I
I
thought.
thought it was June 27th.
It was June 15th according to the ordinance that was the proposal was for an expedited completion date of June 15th. So you're saying they're still 10 days out?
They're still about 10 days out, yeah.
So what caused the extra?
Well, what was one of the change orders that delayed them?
Well, I think it was the system for the water problems they had. So that was a big one.
The groundwater.
Right,
Yeah,
that was
They
not
ended up-
specified.
I remember what, they were just gonna put a mat down.
Right.
But they decided they needed to put a sub pump in also.
Okay.
So if it happened, we had some.
Until they got the floor out, they didn't really know what was
Right.
going to work there.
Okay. What was the amount that we've already approved for that now? Because we're sitting at 40 right now, but we already approved amount as a previous meeting for this job. Yeah, can we get a total on that?
Yep.
That was all I had.
Anybody else? Roll call, please.
Michael Hillman.
Yes.
Scott Pennell.
Yes.
Susie Stokes. Yes. Bob Boland, John Curtis, Jason Siegel.
Yes.
All right, motion passes. Do I have any unscheduled public comment?
I did not see any.
Double check. No. Public comment. Sarah? Come on up. You know the drill, girl.
I should by now, eh?
Huh?
But I should by now.
Well, I can say one thing. I'm glad you didn't do it on your normal week because it would have been a mess.
Yes. Yeah, it wasn't good. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Sarah Morris. Now I'm Sarah Words. I just wanted to come and talk to you guys in regards to Clear Creek Grass. We've made a couple of changes this year in regards to cutting off Sunday. And I guess before I get started, I want to apologize for not making it to the last meeting. I overlooked the agenda and I overlooked the timing, so that was my fault and I apologize. But everything is the same this year. We talked to Bill Telechek, who owns the property for parking, so we'll have parking available. We've made the appropriate and necessary precautions to make sure everyone parks on the appropriate side so emergency vehicles can get through. Everything will be the same. We have consistent vendors. I talked to Kelly Babian to make sure that they're approved, that everything is appropriate, and everything's kind of the same.
Still the camping on the ball field.
There's still going to be the camping on the ball fields. I've discussed it with the rec center that we're going to have it the same as it's been. Everyone camping in the grass area. We have individuals surveying during the night to make sure that there's no fires or anything that could potentially be hazardous to the mountains or anything along those lines. So, yeah, so I just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of the changes, that we have moved it to the end of July, and make sure that you didn't have any questions or comments or anything that you
Did
need.
everything worked out with the rec district after last year? Everything's.
We've cut Sunday.
Say no more.
But we're excited. This is our 10th year, and so we're excited to hit this milestone. And we've already exceeded ticket sales from last year, so we're really planning and anticipating on a good event, a large event, a lot of really great people, a lot of really great vendors. So, but yes, we have worked with the rec center, and we've come to an agreement that we are both satisfied with, that we can ensure that we can.
So 5 o'clock Friday night is when it starts?
Yes, it'll go 5 o'clock Friday night, and it'll go till midnight. Then Saturday will start around 10 a.m. is when gates will open, and that'll go till midnight as well. So we'll be off the fields, everything will be cleared by Sunday. We're shooting for noon, but we have made agreements with the rec center to ensure that we have until Monday if necessary. We don't anticipate needing that, but last year there was a lot of rain and we needed to do a lot of roofing, so we're allocating that time.
Looking forward to another year of it.
Okay,
Very
great.
good. Thank
If there's
you.
any questions or
Any
anything that you
questions,
need from
council,
us,
for Sarah?
You guys keep going after this or what?
we'll make a decision after this year if we feel that it's best for all parties involved to move forward. But at this time, we're really looking forward to this year. And we hope you guys can all come. If you guys want to come, we'd be happy to put anybody on the guest list. We don't want finances to deter anybody from attending this year, that we're hoping this will be something that everybody can attend and everyone can remember. So keep that in mind. If anyone's interested, don't let anything hold you back. We're willing to open everything up for everyone this year. So.
Good, thanks, Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate
Okay.
it. Enjoy your day.
All right, thanks, Sarah.
All right, we don't have liquor licensing or marijuana, planning, city area.
We'll move down to ordinance first reading. Do I have a motion?
I'll move to approve ordinance number 15, series 2019, an ordinance approving the lease of real property owned by the city at 2225 Minor Street to scratch the soil for purposes of a community garden.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion. So this is one of those readings, we still haven't finalized all the contract language. There are some things which is very minimal stuff with scraps of soil. And this is one of those that we read the first reading, we hammer it out before the second reading, and then we'll have it all in place for the second reading. We've been working really close with George, scraps of soil, to make sure that their needs are met and it's fair to us and fair to them. So looking forward to it. How did your fundraiser go?
Well, yeah, we've got good news to report. We have, roughly speaking, $63,000 in the bank to build a garden, and the quote that we got for almost everything in phase one was around $53,000. So
Nice.
we're ready to build, and we're going to get a little bit more done this year than we thought we would.
Good. Good to hear.
Definitely looking forward to getting these last little details of the contract worked out.
We'll get that hammered out. Okay, any more discussion? Roll call?
Michael Hillman.
Yes.
Scott Pennell.
Yes.
Jason Stokes. Yes. Bob Boland. Doug Curtis.
Yes.
Jason Segel.
Yes.
All right, we'll move to our ordinance second readings. Do I have a motion?
I'll move to approve ordinance number 12, series 2019, an ordinance amending subsection 1-8C of the Idaho Springs Municipal Code concerning the maximum eligible penalties for code violations.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and second discussion. And roll call?
Michael Hillman.
Yes.
Scott Pennell.
Yes.
Jason Stokes. Yes. Bob Boland. John Curtis. Jason Segel.
Yes.
And we'll move to ordinance 14. Do I have a motion?
I move to approve ordinance number 14, series 2019, an ordinance amending sections 2-11 and 7-2 of the Idaho Springs Municipal Code concerning the number and boundaries of the city wards.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion.
Do you guys have any concern that this will just be misunderstood?
Why we did it?
Yeah, 'cause that's my only concern here, is that people won't understand.
I try, people have asked me, and I mean, I talked to somebody that's been in this community for a long time, and when I said it, with the number of voters in a district that doesn't weigh up to the other two districts, makes it very difficult, Ward 3.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the reason we pushed this through, to balance out the districts, and to give more, if we have 3 in each district, that gives more people in each district.
Better coverage.
Better coverage.
Better equitable.
And I totally agree with that, and I understand that 100%. And I think for me, it's, it'd be nice to see, a ballot that's, not just one option. Like I ran unopposed when I got
Right,
elected.
and I think this
And
will help
I
that.
think this will help,
And that's why
more people that are actually registered voters can be, qualified for getting on the ballot, getting themselves on the ballot. And I think that it is, Ward 3 is a really tricky area because it's mostly commercial.
It's commercial and not permitted residencies, there's a lot of.
Yep. And I dealt with that when I was, getting myself on the ballot and running for council.
Just trying to get the petition side, right?
Yeah, just a lot of the people in that area are just not registered voters, and I think that on top of you couple that with how heavy the commercial properties are on the east end, it creates a very difficult situation. I know that I was not the only person that ran unopposed in that ward in the history, So I think this will help tremendously solve at least that problem.
And it kind of balances out the two business districts too.
Yes.
So you kind of make it, so.
I understand. I just want to make sure that
And we'll have, so, and what I've been telling people too, one is, the imbalance of the registered voters in 3 different wards,
Yeah.
and to give more coverage for people to be accessible for the community and citizens of the community to reach out.
And so
And say somebody had to resign, like Beawood,
right.
now all of a sudden you only have John Curtis in that district. See, that's why you'd still have 2 people. You're still, you still have 2.
So as it stands, we have 3 wards, 2 council members per ward, 1 mayor at large. The change would make it so there's 2 wards, 3 council members per ward, 1 mayor at large. So it's not changing the amount of people that sit up here. It's just changing the line in which they basically just splitting the city in half instead of thirds. And because we have one section that really just doesn't have very many registered voters compared to the other 2 sections.
And Alan did a
Which
really good
creates a
job of
complication.
defining the boundaries of that.
Yes.
I mean, we were like
I think
440 to 420. I mean, we got pretty close. Now, if there's development, all of a sudden we'll have a housing project 2 years from now of 47 units.
Right.
But that's not big enough to sway.
Sway.
Yeah.
So the recommendation is that we hold for 3 years, and then by then, if the development comes, we can adjust again and make sure that it stays equitable.
And so how would it work as far as the staggering of the terms with?
We're working that out. I think this is a good time because we are going to have 3 positions available for council. So we'll get that laid out, but it still will be staggered.
Okay.
I thought many people just lay it out as.
Do I?
I thought several people just lay it out as.
Some people, but
Because it's been
some
out
people
there
just
for
don't
a hundred, you
understand
could
why
put
it's.
about why.
We would rather not see somebody run unopposed.
Yeah.
The interest of it, and running a campaign and selling what you're doing for the community is good. You run unopposed, your ideas don't be out there. It's too easy. Okay, any more discussion?
Where's the boundary line gonna be then?
17th and pretty much 17th of Placer, right in there. And then Pine Slope, I believe, is with this district over here. Montaigne and Pine Slope is with district, district 2. Roll call?
Michael Hillman,
Yes.
Jeff Now,
Yes.
Casey Stokes,
Yes.
Bob Boland, John Curtis,
No.
Jason Siegel.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. And we will move down to, everybody got in their email, the finance report from Sandy. Andy,
Mayor and Council, we have my report with no request for action.
any questions for the administrator? City clerk,
Mayor and Council, you have my staff report with no request for action.
any questions for city clerk? PD,
Mayor and Council, you have my report. There's one amendment since I wrote it. Ellie Summers reported for duty today, so she started today. Diane gave her the initial swearing in, informal swearing in.
Okay.
So she starts her training, 12-week training regimen today.
all right, very good. So we only have one position still open?
We have one position vacant, but we have elected to not fill that position at this time. We'll circle back around and then meet at budget time and decide the best way, the best way to use that position.
All right, thanks, Chief. Public Works, John.
Mayor and Council, you have my staff report, and I have no request for action.
All right, any questions for John? Update on, I think we mentioned on the 9th of July, so Central Miners is supposed to be paved.
The 8th of July.
Sorry,
8th of July.
it's 8, not 9th, 8. So it's exciting, and then by Labor Day, they appreciate you. They've been having
They
to
got
last
that gas lines all done or almost?
They're still working on
Still
it.
working.
Excel decided that they put a 2-inch gas line in, Montaigne. They decided that should have been a 4-inch line, so they had them dig it back up and change it again. So that's all pretty much done. It should be very, very close tomorrow, being completely cut over and the old gas line showed.
So last week, during the first part of the week, Marty knows what, they had to divert traffic over Soda Creek, over Pine Slope. they had to close down Soda Creek between the two pine slopes. So they had to go, all the traffic was going over. And,
This
morning.
Actually,
and
did
then
that
after
again
they said they
today.
had to do it, today was the last day they did it. But I heard it was pretty uneventful. We make sure there's enough flaggers up there to direct traffic and keep you slowed down. They also make sure that the dust control is done. So they tried to do the best they could to get that done. I don't think we'll have to see any more.
You did a good job.
Everybody did a good job on that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, anything else for John? Thanks, John. I see a lot of money on this next one. All right, Dan.
Council, I'll refer you to my report. You have one request for action. We only got 2 bids in on project 2, Fisher Construction and Velocity. Fisher came out cheaper. The request for action is just for the design phase right now. But part of Fisher's stipulation, as with project 1, was if they end up being awarded the construction contract, that their design fee will be waived. So.
Okay, so I need a motion.
Move to approve award of design phase contract to the WRRF Project 2 to Fisher Construction for $6,700 from line item 55-72-7310, with the understanding that if Fisher Construction were to be awarded the construction contract for Project 2, this fee will be waived.
Do I have a second? Motion and a second on the table. Discussion. Hearing none, roll call.
Michael Tillman,
Yes.
Scott Pennell,
Yes.
Chrissy Stokes, yes. Bob Boland, John Curtis, Jason Siegel.
Yes.
All right, we will move to the committee reports. All right, under mayor and council, anybody got anything for?
Yep, I do. I don't say this very easily, but I have to make a decision for myself and my family, and I'm going to be submitting to you today a letter of resignation, Mr. Mayor. I've had a fantastic time on this council, learning everything about what's going on in the city and being part of it, but it's taking time away from my family, and I need to focus on my family, and that's something I've had to decide to do pretty recently. And it's not easy for me to do this. I know I'm at the end of my term. I've only got a few months left, but time is of the essence, and I need to spend time with my family right now. So this is not easy for me. I've worked with you guys for a long time, and I really appreciate the experience, probably more than any other experience I've ever had. I appreciate that the community is finally becoming engaged. Don't stop. Please don't stop. It's really important for you guys to be out here in this audience. And but I just want to thank you, Chief, Dan, John, everybody. It's been a really awesome experience. But I've got kids at home, you know, and it kills me every time I walk out the door to a meeting. You know, my kids want me to be at home, and pretty soon, y'all with teenagers know that's not always going to be the case. They're not going to hang out with me.
I know.
You know, and I got involved in this as an appointee when somebody else had resigned. So, you know, and I've been here for a little while, and I think at that time, I don't really think I realized how precious the time is with my children at this age. You know, they're 6 and 8 years old, my 2 daughters, and I've got to get back to them. You know, I really appreciate the experience, and I think that this has been, I've learned more in this position than I think most people learn in 12 years of college. You know, I think it's just been a really wonderful experience, and I really want to just say thank you to everybody that's been involved in this process. Chief, you've been really awesome. I was one of the first things I did was be a part of the hiring process for you, and that whole process alone, and with Andy, that whole process, as you guys know, was really invigorating and intriguing to me, and just kind of kick-started a lot of really fantastic learning experiences that I will take with me throughout the rest of my life, and I can't thank you guys enough for all of that. I really can't. Diane, it's been a pleasure working with you. Andy, all of you in the audience that have been coming here lately, please keep it up. I think it's super important that you guys are here and just making sure that you're paying attention to what's going on. I think that you guys have really good counsel here. These guys are working for us. They work for this community. These people want to do what's best for all of you. And that's all I want to say. This is not easy for me, but I've got to do what I got to do.
I understand. Well, Jason, what you brought to the council over the time that you've been serving with me, just some of the outside of the box thinking, your dedication, ideas, I've learned a lot from you.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
We're going to miss you. I know it's got to last 4 months, but I understand about not having time with the kids because I have some of that too.
We had a cancer death in our family that I went to a memorial service over the weekend. And family's really important,
Gotta make it number one.
Sorry.
No problem. I'm going to read Jason's resignation letter for the record. I'm writing you this letter to inform you that I'm hereby resigning from the City Council of Idaho Springs. I have had a tremendous experience thus far, but have to make the decision to put my family first. I understand that I do not have far to go to finish my term, and falling short of that is not an easy pill for me to swallow. But I know 100% that my resignation is paramount to getting back to putting my family first. Hope you understand. I hope you do not hold this against me. I'm not opposed to getting back into this sort of position, but at this time, I need to focus on my family. Thank you for your understanding, Jason Siegel.
When my kids are like, I don't want to be seen with you, Dad.
So it's about, well,
I just really want to say, Jason, that it's just been, for me, an exceptional experience serving with you. I don't think that people fully comprehend what is really involved in serving on council and the knowledge base required to do it correctly. And I think that I've watched you make some pretty significant transitions in stepping up your game, serving on council and serving the people, but also managing to create some kind of balance between family up until now, and then all of the stuff I've watched you go through with your job and transition. And I feel like during that time, even though it was stressful for you, you never sacrificed council or the needs of the community and found a way to make it work. This is a big job being on council. And you took it very seriously. You have a really powerful analytical mind, and you brought things to the table that I haven't heard of before you, or I just think that you were part of the dream team, and it's just been an enormous privilege to serve with you.
I'm very humbled to hear you say that, Tracy. I really appreciate it. It's been a pleasure to work with you and all of you.
Our meetings will be 10 minutes shorter because we won't have anybody question the bills.
I'll probably gotta step it up.
Public comment. Here it comes.
And I did not know about this, so this was new to me. When Jason said it, I had no idea.
Well, I had 18 hours on the road to think about things this weekend, so.
You're not giving up Wednesday nights, sorry?
Well, some of them, yes, some of them, just for temporary time. Gotta get some stuff back in order.
Okay, anything else, council? It is 7:25. Meeting adjourned. I told Andy I'd do this in 30 minutes.
Hey, we'll see you around.
Absolutely.
Oh,
you know already. Thanks for telling me I got no red my water.
Yeah,
Yeah, because there's so many things to do.
Once again, that's a lose. I mean, I'll touch base with them tomorrow because I'd really like to. Yeah.
I just saw Marlon.
I don't think they can do. I really want to expand the park so there's like more free areas and I can't. I don't know how to make it realistic. I thought what would be interesting. Like something like that.
Yeah, I really
I want to make sure it was okay before I figure out what it doesn't. But that's also like dropping down to Colorado too. It's much. Okay. Yeah. We'll say that tomorrow.
But yeah,
It's relatively cheap. Do you guys buy that somewhere in here?
Alright, it's nice meeting you.
He's a little bit hard to hear you textually. So I don't know if you met Paul or not.
A couple times.
He's got that fixed. He's gonna do the process.
We'll get it done.
But I'll excited about that. But
You're doing some clean out over there, aren't you?
finally, we're all the paper killer. That Borax been hiding out there.
The one with all the chicken wire?
That one finally come through.
Oh, it did?
So we got rid of the wire, so we put another 3 downstairs to get rid of that. And, you know, scoop everything while we were there, but, that was.
What are those 2 yellow trucks over there? They've been sitting for.
That's not us.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, everything over on that.
With that building over
That rental
Oh, really?
down there, yep.
Okay. Is the name still operating there?
So.
Sure. Yeah, I know it was right off there. I saw the dumpster out there. It really wouldn't hurt.
Really, yeah, he's trying to get rid of that. It's just. The trucking industry has changed so much in the last 5 years.
Get a bounce house.
And
I checked with Diana.
Manual.
No, actually,
taking the entire semi full of beer.
This should be his house.
Because aluminum attached. Recycle the aluminum.
So it's on Jim.
They're big enough to
This is
trucks are weird.
my
Typically, whoever owns the truck typically doesn't own the trailer, and whoever owns both of those doesn't own the load. So there's 3 different insurance companies. You have to pay separate loads.
You know, and I'm
So
really
weird,
close
you know,
with my sister and her kids.
state minimum. It's just like, we're having them trucks.
It was.
And then rather than that day, whether you
Do you
take
have
the
the other one?
It was one of those things where they gave her
you know, Mars that truck, and then one truck you can buy it, whole rickety numbers for just a trailer. You get a trailer and you haul it out.
It'd be so excited.
And when it crashes and they get tired of this, when they'll reopen up,
It's actually,
it's just LLC.
Just change names or continue to go.
It's just like,
I was with all the.
Or both, that's an option, but it's always a different name.
I really.
And if it works, great, if it doesn't, you start over.
And some of the.
You know,
Honestly,
yeah,
Oh, down there.
Yeah, the
Big
thing,
fire.
yeah, that one.
It's like
He's great, man.
Because I was right, to be, you know, read it.